Hello, all you wonderful fools. It's time for the Mizzah Tee Show.
All aboard!
Here we go, let's start the show. Hosted by Mizzah Tee. Nintendo video games are the favorite ones for me. News and reviews, some gameplay too. Battling drones is what I do. MIZZAH is the show by Mizzah Tee. It's the show by Mizzah Tee. FOOS. Hey there, fools. Mizzah Tee here, giving you a special inside peek on how I make videos. Many viewers have complimented the Mizzah Tee Show for amazing editing and video quality, as well as motion graphics, visual effects, and digital compositing, and have asked how Tee does it. Well, this video is for you, fools. There have also been fools out there who try to attack me because they believe my videos take too much time and effort. I guess they believe it would be better if my videos were as mediocre in presentation as theirs. As if me taking the time to make higher quality videos is a reason to attack. Fools, my father, Daddy T, is a proud and wise man. He taught Mizzah Tee that no matter what you do in life, you should always put forth your best effort. If you're a dishwasher, your plates should be the cleanest. If you're a carpenter, your buildings should be the strongest. And if you're an artist, your paintings should be the most inspiring. So that is a lesson I live my life by to this day. In fact, my favorite quote and one I live by is from the Irish playwright George Bernard Shaw. Shaw once said that the goal of an artist is to create the definitive work that cannot be surpassed. Don't think Daddy T was a fan of Shaw, but they seem to agree here. And Mizzah Tee has lived his life that way, leading to great academic and now professional success. I mentioned as much in my first Teeny Bites video, and boy, it's coming. It's ambitious and will take longer than the average video. Sound, graphic design, digital compositing, voice work, music, all goes into my production and has to be edited and rendered out in the computer. But I said to myself, if I was going to do this YouTube thing, I was going to be unique and come with the best production I can, or it wouldn't be worth me doing it at all. I want my viewers to really enjoy my videos and appreciate the efforts that goes into them. As an artist, I didn't just see a point in making videos on YouTube if they were just going to look and sound just like everybody else's. The Mizzah Tee persona is to protect my professional work and allow me creative freedom in my gaming hobby and works without confusing potential business clients with my fun, non-professional digital works. In my business, where I'm doing digital and audio and video work that sometimes calls on me to do on-camera appearances as well as voice work, might turn off a potential business client who stumbles upon my videos of me on camera screaming about video games. Ain't nobody gonna with Mizzah Tee's money, fools. And that is not to disrespect anybody who works perhaps waiting tables or bagging groceries. Mizzah Tee did all that and more to pay his way through college because that's what Daddy T taught me. No matter what job you have, you do that job with dignity and pride, fools. Mizzah Tee is a naturally creative person. It started off with me writing comedic fantasy stories in grade school, for which I won many awards and prizes that to this day Mama T has kept with her. And in 7th grade, a new program came to my school that sought to bring together exceptional students with creative minds. The program was called ACT, which stood for Advanced Creative Thinkers, and it pretty much changed my life forever. I got paired up with other creative students, and we'd sit around and brainstorm story ideas, new inventions, and games, just about everything our creative little minds could come up with. It was in that program that I created Ram Bam, which led directly to Mizzah Tee. So without ACT, I probably wouldn't be a professional artist, and I definitely wouldn't be Mizzah Tee making videos. Fools. Well, now that you know some of the why, here's some of the how. Here is the editing suite that I use. These books here were basically acquired textbooks that I bought throughout my college career. And as you can see, it is the entire Apple Final Cut Studio. I was trained in college with this excellent suite, and college was what made me switch from PC to Mac. The programs we used never crashed and just ran much smoother and faster on Macs. My editing instructor had a background in music, and he was also an Apple certified instructor. He preached about the rhythm of editing. He believed that every great edit needs musical rhythm. And Mizzah Tee, also having a background in music, ate that philosophy right up and bought into it. While you can of course be taught how to use an editing program, that doesn't mean you can be taught how to be a good editor or a great editor. It's an acquired taste that you just figure out the nuances through trial and error on your own. And eventually, you either get it or you don't get it. And the fools that get it add more skills upon skills that aren't taught in the textbooks. It's just something you acquire and learn and you apply through creative reason. Before we get into editing, let's take a look at how I shoot. But the funny thing is, before you shoot in my style, you have to be thinking about how you're going to edit. You have to already plan that out in your head before you start shooting. That way, you'll save yourself a lot of time and wasted video. Mizzah Tee uses a lot of angles, making it look very complicated to those not in the know. No matter how long the video is, I only shoot about 30 to 45 seconds per angle, leaving my shooting time under 5 minutes per video. And that goes the same, if not lesser, for green screen shoots. In any visual aids I use, I write in my notes, and they can take anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes to acquire, depending on if I need to edit these photos in Photoshop. So far, fools, we have 20 minutes of my time on the long end. Then we have to record my beautiful voice. And for that, I use this lovely Zoom mic. It's very versatile and has great quality. I bring this with me on professional shoots as well, because I can hook it up to a boom pole and stand. Anyway, editing my audio takes double whatever the length of it is, so a 10-minute audio clip can take 20 minutes to edit. So now we're at roughly 40 minutes. So let's take a look at what it takes to put it together and spit it out. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the program Final Cut Pro. For a quick overview, over here, we have the browser menu. This is where all your media files are stored. A lot of times I will keep files over here, like my famous opening of the Mizzah Tee Show. Also, the outro that you see all the time, where I say, like, subscribe, comment, and share. And also, thank you for watching, fools. See you next time. And oh yeah, one more thing, play Nintendo Fools. So I keep that all over here in the browser window, all that video ready to go. And sometimes audio clips as well. And right here we have the timeline, where you get to see the video that you're working on. So all your elements, you drop in, you put them right in here. This video here is the Nintendo IPs video that I've been working on. And I mean, this program is very simple to use. I use a lot of shortcuts, which make editing a breeze for me. But since I won't be able to show you all that, I'll just quickly show you how I bring in a file. And this window here is the viewer window. So whatever file I'm getting ready to edit, I start over in here and I bring it into the canvas window, which is where the file will be laid down for the final edit. So let's pick a file over here, and it's a clip that I've used for my last video. So let's find an area here. We already have an in and out point. Click onto the image and drag it in over here. And you will get different options. Insert, overwrite. Insert is what you want, because that way you're not overwriting a clip that you already have, and it'll push everything on down the line. Very simple. And you know, for things that I've reused throughout a video, sometimes I'll reuse that bell, you know, the ding, you know, the cowbell for a comedic effect. All I have to do is Apple C, which is copy. And so when I go over here and I'm laying down tracks quickly and easily, I just hit Apple C. Doesn't take much time at all. So let's say I'm editing together a video that's gonna end up being 7 minutes long. Editing time for that will take about 35-40 minutes. So adding together the other elements from the previous parts, which I said I believe are average around 40 minutes, and then you have a 40-minute editing time, that's 80 minutes. Barely, not even an hour and a half. The longest time for me doing these videos comes from coming up with that idea, getting my notes together, and also maybe sometimes searching for elements. I do it, you know, I do it when I have a little free time here and there. It's not like, oh, I gotta get this video out. It's always an organic process to me. But I do enjoy doing these videos for y'all fools. I love the feedback. And it also helps me to continue to hone my editing skills as well as my digital compositing skills. It's a good way for me to do that in a creative, fun way. And the other time sinker, as far as me editing videos, comes from compressing and rendering out. When I'm done, my files can be very large. I shoot in 1080p, then I downscale it to 720p. And the reason I do that is because I can make a quick angle if I want to, without having to actually shoot it. I can shoot a close-up and then zoom closer if I want to for effect by simply taking a file like so, selecting it, going up in here and snatching it and bringing it closer. It's just that easy. So a lot of times where it looks like, oh man, it looks like he did 1,000 setups for a shot, for all these different shots. He popping in, popping out, in and out. Sometimes it's just 3 different shots, and then I can make 3 shots into 6 shots. Just like that. Displays pretty good. I shoot in 1080p and export in 720. So my quality stays pretty good. Pretty cool, huh, Foos? So something that looks very complicated and look like it took a long time is a quick, easy editing thing right here in the program. Now let's move on out to exporting your clip out into compressor. Like I said, this takes the longest part. But the thing is, you don't have to sit here and watch this. You can go up here, File, Send to, Compressor, and then the compressor program opens. This is all stuff I learned in college, and I perfected as I went along. I export all my movies using this codec, the H.264 for Apple TV, and it spits out a file called an M4V, which is optimized for Apple devices, but it's basically a QuickTime video, and it gives me the smallest file size. When I start the file, it can be 3-4 gigs, and obviously you don't want to put that in YouTube because YouTube won't take that much. So I compress it out, pick my settings, I send it to desktop, then I go up in here and I name it, I rename it, teeny bytes, whatever it's going to be, and go ahead and hit export. Now export can take 3 hours sometimes, or it can take an hour, depending on the size and the length of your video, obviously. And just to give an example, I just want to give you a quick example of the higher end, the way much higher end. Let's take a look at one of the bigger videos that I usually put together, which are usually the Attack of the Drones videos. As you can see, all the elements in Attack of the Drones Insecure Vaginas lit up to a little over 44 gigs for that one video. I think the video was, 14 minutes long? And it's 44 gigs because I did a lot of 3D visual work. I did some 3D modeling and a lot of digital compositing in After Effects. And my 3D modeling program is called Cinema 4D. And the version I use is Release 11. And so it's cool because you start out with a 2 gigabyte file and end up with a much more manageable 300 megabyte file. Spit out and ready to go. And I just take that and upload it to YouTube, and bingo, you're entertained. So there you go, Foos. I hope you enjoyed an inside look at the production of the Mizzah Tee Show and have a better understanding on what drives Mizzah Tee to make it happen. Next video will be the first ever in my game review series that I call T-View. It will be a double-header review of Sonic Lost Worlds and Super Mario 3D World. So look forward to that and other upcoming videos on the Mizzah Tee Show. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share with other Nintendo fans. And please join the Facebook community, NFC Nintendo Fight Clubbers. And you can follow me on Twitter if you like. Links below. Thank you for watching, Foos. See you next time. Oh yeah, one more thing. Play Nintendo, Foos.